Hello and welcome back to our knitting tutorial series. Today we are tackling the knitting stitch, an essential stitch that forms the backbone of many patterns. Let's get started. So in previous video we casted on and we had left over this long tail here from the beginning of the yarn. So now we're gonna cut it a bit shorter so that it's not on our way while we are knitting. So I keep good 10 to 15 centimeters there like this, so that it's still pretty long and I can see it, but that it's not on the way as I said. So let's start to knit. Make sure that you take the right yarn, the one which is connected to your ball of the yarn. Yes, the right thread, not the one we just cut it off. And the first knot, you just pull over to another needle. You don't knit it. We start with another knot to knit it. So see, I take the needle from the front, make it through the knot, and then taking the yarn which is coming from the ball and take it through the knot. One more time, very slowly, needle from the front, pull it through the knot and take the yarn from my finger. From the ball you have the yarn. So another knot is done. Continue the knitting all the row like this. At the beginning maybe it will not go so quickly for you as it goes for me. Don't worry so much about the tension. From the beginning you will practice and step by step it will get better and better. At the moment, continue the knitting until you reach end of the row. So it looks something like this. Still some knots to knit. Take a look how I'm holding the yarn. Yeah, I'm holding it with the fingers, but it's still flowing through the fingers very softly, so don't press them too hard together, but you will get used with the time what is your tension, how it's the best for you. So continue the knitting. Soon we are done with this first row. And the last knot. So see how nice we have the ending here, like letter V, like very smooth and nice, no knots, no ugly knots there. So we turn to another side and we're gonna do it very similar as we just knitted the first row. So the knitting on this side looks a bit different, like from the front side, but don't pay attention now to that one so much. Check again how you hold the yarn between your fingers. And remember that first knot we are just pulling over to another needle. And after that, make sure that I will show you, yeah, it wasn't visible so clearly. I will show you one more time. So, yeah, now the yarn is like coming from the front over the needle, but take the first knot over to another needle and pull the yarn that it's sitting like between your needles, and see it's coming from another side smoothly. So, and we continue knitting as we just did when we knitted the first row. Yeah, take your right needle from the front of the knot and pull the yarn through your knot. Now I'm going a bit quicker here. If you need, stop it, the video, and check it from the beginning. But basically it's all the same with every and each knot. Keep in mind, when we start the line, we pull over the first knot to the needle. We don't knit it, but all the other knots, make sure that you knit each of them and you don't miss anyone, including the last knot of the line. So this is how it looks, our knitting. So keep practicing the next rows exactly in the same way. Knit as many rows as it's needed for you, so you start to feel confident with this knit stitch. This is one of the base stitches in the knitting. And you just learned it. Congratulations with this. And that's how you do the knitting stitch. With a bit of practice, it will become a second nature for you. Remember, the best way to improve is to keep practicing. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more beginner-friendly tutorials. Happy knitting, and I'll see you in the next video.